Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Raja Omar on my channel RU Speaks, and I'm very much hopeful that you all must be preparing really well for your Cambridge exams. And today we are going to talk about the temperature variations. And as we discussed the other day, that this was our yesterday's lesson, we talked about the climatic elements and the climatic zones. And today we are going to discuss the temperature and the temperature variations which occur in different areas of Pakistan due to certain reasons. We will discuss those reasons as well. So first of all, here we have the comparison of January and June temperatures of Pakistan. At times you may get this map or two maps showing this variation, and you are supposed to tell that why in certain areas such type of temperature variations are prevailing. So if you just look around, that over here the darkest of the first, if we discuss the January temperatures, so the lightest of the color is below 5 degree, right? So it means that in those areas, northern areas right at the top, and on the western side of Pakistan, the western mountainous regions, Quetta Valley and Kalat Division, these areas, they experience below 5 degree temperature, average temperature in the month of January. Below 5 degrees Celsius. And the next color, that is a bit darker, and talking about this one, this color is between 5 to 10 degrees Celsius, right? Now I'm going to change the color so that you can easily differentiate. In these areas, the average January temperature remains between 5 degree and 10 degrees Celsius. It means that still very cold regions these are. Next one, that is the 10 to 15 degree. The next color, this whole of the Indus Plain along with Potwar Plateau, some parts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, some parts of Balochistan, some parts of some western parts of Sindh province, and then some parts of Balochistan Plateau over here, including Haran Desert. This whole region experiences the average temperatures of 10 to 15 degrees Celsius during the month of January. And further darker color, 15 to 18 degree Celsius. This one, this region, Sindh province, then Thar Desert of Sindh, and closer to the coastal areas, I mean the central Makran range and the surrounding areas like Turbat Valley, Cage Valley. There we see that the average temperature remains between 15 to 18 degrees Celsius during winters in the month of January. And the darkest of the colors, this one is more than 18 degrees Celsius. So it means that on the coastal areas of Pakistan, the maritime effect comes into play, and it does not allow the temperatures to fall drastically during winters because of the effect of the sea breeze. So in these areas, we experience the average temperature above 18 degree, more than 18 degrees Celsius in the coastal areas of Pakistan. So this is how you can say that all the temperature variations in the month of January. Over here, you can observe that in the northern mountains, temperature remains quite low during winters in the month of January, below 5 degrees Celsius in the red shaded areas, and from 5 to 10 degree blue shaded areas, and from 10 to 15 degree the green shaded areas, and 15 to 18 degree purple shaded areas, and yellow shaded area is beyond 18 degrees Celsius during the month of January. If we come up over here for the average temperature of June, what we see that in the month of June, the average temperature of the northern areas, the lightest of the colors, it remains below 27 degree. This color. So in the northern areas, Karakoram Himalayas and Hindu Kush region, and western mountains, Safed Ko, Waziristan Hills, Quetta Valley, Kalat, all these regions, they experience the average temperature in the month of June below 27 degree. And a bit darker color, that is from 27 to 32 degrees Celsius during the month of June. In these areas, Murray Hills, in the northern areas of Peshawar, Yob Division in Balochistan, and down towards the Balochistan Plateau and Noshki Nokundi regions of Balochistan, all these areas, they experience the average temperature between 27 to 32 degrees Celsius over here in these regions. 27 degrees Celsius to 32 degrees Celsius. And next one, that is from 32 to 35 degrees Celsius, the even darker color. Larger part of Punjab province, including Potwar Plateau, some parts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, down towards central Punjab and then southern Punjab, and here some parts of Sindh, some parts of Thar Desert, and parts of Balochistan Plateau as well. All these areas, they experience the average temperature from 32 to 35 degrees Celsius in all of these areas. And as we were discussing that in the previous phase, that is the 27 to 32 degrees Celsius, we see that, the blue color is also there for the coastal areas of Pakistan, as the same color shade is there. So the coastal areas of Pakistan, they also experience the average temperature in the month of June between 27 degrees Celsius to 32 degrees Celsius. And now the last one, the darkest of the colors, that is more than 35 degree. More than 35 degree is the darkest color, this one, and can be shaded. These are the Cholistan Desert, Multan region, and then Jacobabad, Sipi region, Sindh and Balochistan, some parts of Thar Desert, and then Balochistan, Haran Desert region, down in Turbat town. All these purple shaded areas, they experience the temperatures during the month of June higher than 35 degrees Celsius. That is quite high, making these areas really very warm. Now temperature variations. That why do we have temperature variations? The reasons, as Pakistan is located in the subtropical region of the world, temperature is quite high generally. Subtropical region means over here it's equator, and above equator that is known as the Tropic of Cancer, and down over here is the Tropic of Capricorn. And this whole region between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, that is known as the tropical region. The region, it is really very hot, and the rays of the sun, they fall perpendicularly and they penetrate, making the land really very, very hot over there, and very humid climatic conditions if closer to the oceans or seas. But Pakistan is just above the tropical region over here. So this is known as the subtropical region. So Pakistan is in the subtropical region. So very closer to the tropical region. That's why Pakistan has quite higher temperatures. So the reason is this one, subtropical region presence. The maritime effect, just explained that on the coastal areas of Pakistan, we experience the different sorts of climatic conditions, that the average temperature does not rise much, and it remains between 17 degrees Celsius in winters and 32 degrees Celsius in summers. So there is no big variation is visible over here in the temperatures of winters and summers. Continental effect, the areas which are away from the coastal areas, they experience continental effect. I mean that those areas clearly witnessed the summers and winter temperatures. I mean, there is the greater difference between the summers and winter temperatures. I mean, the winter temperatures are quite lower, closer to 10, and the summer temperatures are quite higher, reaching 40. So it means that the temperature difference is quite a lot. The variation is quite there over there in the continental effect. I mean, the areas where there is no effect of sea breeze, no effect of sea breeze. The areas not having the effect of sea breeze known as the areas continental region, and this effect is known as the continental effect. Then high altitudes, but we see that in the upper areas of Pakistan, in the northern region, where there are the high altitudes, I mean the mountainous regions, we experience the low temperatures over there throughout the year, and they may get a bit pleasant, a bit lower during, a bit higher during summers, but still the temperature remains pleasant throughout the year. Then latitudinal effect, the areas which are closer to the equator, they are having the higher temperatures, and the areas which are away from the equator, they experience very low temperatures. For example, if I say, if this is the equator and this is the Tropic of Cancer, and here we have the map of Pakistan over here in this region, if I say this one, so the lower areas closer to the equator, I mean these regions, they are closer to equator, so they are warmer in comparison with these areas which are far away from the equator. So it means that as we have the long latitudinal effect, I mean from 24 degree to 37 degree, making Pakistan far away from the equator, when we come up to the northern areas, making the temperatures lower over there in those regions. Then there comes the monsoon rainfall. Monsoon winds, they come in summers. Yes, during that season we may have the higher humidity, but there are lower temperatures in the region because of the monsoon winds and because of the monsoon rainfall. The monsoon rainfall lowers the temperatures in the upper Indus Plain very especially. The western depressions from Mediterranean Sea, rainfall in winters in western Pakistan, making the temperatures lower in western Pakistan, western mountains, Safed Ko, Waziristan Hills, and whole of the Quetta Valley, Job, Qila Saifullah, Ziyarat, Kalat, and down towards south, towards Turbat and Panjgur valleys. And in those areas, the temperatures become low during winters, as these areas experience winter rainfall because of the western depressions, the winds coming from the Mediterranean Sea. Temperature inversion layer at 1500 meters high in the south, I mean the Sindh province, during the summers, that does not allow rainfall. So we will discuss this one when we will talk about the convectional rainfall in Pakistan, when we will be discussing the convectional rainfall and the overall rainfall systems in Pakistan. We will discuss about the temperature inversion layer over there. So this, and when the temperature inversion layer does not allow about the rainfall in the south of Pakistan during the early summers in the months of April and May. That is what we call, in those areas, the temperatures, they become higher because of the no rainfall, and this particular layer, temperature inversion layer, does not allow the condensation and does not allow the rainfall in that region, making those areas very, very hot and warm. So coastal areas, and here you can see that the land cools rapidly during night time and sea remains warm. So there comes the factor of pressure. Whenever there is warm climatic condition somewhere, the air pressure is low, and here we have high. So winds blow from the high to low during night, and they become otherwise during the daytime. That the over here hot surface, when it hot, this region is hot, the wind rises up, making the region low, and over here the pressure is higher when the winds blow towards the land from the sea. So this is about the difference in the sea breeze factor on the coastal areas, that during the daytimes the winds, they blow from the sea to the land, and at night they blow from the land to sea in the opposite direction like this. So that is because of the pressure, the high pressure and low pressure, and this high and low pressure, they get reverted over there during the day and night time. So these are the temperature variations we talked about, that how the temperature varies. There are some other factors like angle of the sun, as here it is given over here, the slanting rays of the sun over here, and when we move away from the coastal from the equator, the rays of the sun, if I just let me remove the some of the working over here, so that making some space available for me to explain the factor of angle of the sun. If I say this is the cross-sectional area of the earth, here we have equator, here we have Tropic of Cancer, and here we have Tropic of Capricorn, and sun is right up over here, and the rays of the sun, they fall perpendicularly almost in these regions, making them really very hot. But when we get away from the tropical region, this whole one is known as tropical region, and when we get away from the tropical region, the rays of the sun, they started becoming slanting, and in this way and in this way on this side, and when the rays of the sun are slanting, they reflect back. They reflect back. It means that these rays of the sun, they do not penetrate into the land, making the land less warmer, less hotter in comparison with the tropical region. So that is what is meant by the slanting angle of the sun rays. So as we are in the subtropical region, and as we move towards the northern areas of Pakistan, the rays of the sun, they started becoming more and more slanting, making less penetrations and more reflection, making those lands less warmer, and that's why we experience the cold climatic conditions over there in the northern areas of Pakistan. So these are the major factors you are supposed to memorize or to learn, that the subtropical region, number 1, then maritime effect, number 2, continental effect, number 3, high altitudes, number 4, latitudinal effect, number 5, monsoon winds, number 6, and the effect of the western depression on the western Pakistan, number 7, and temperature inversion layer does not allow rainfall in South Pakistan, number 8. So it means that now all these factors make the temperature to deviate or to have some varied sort of nature in different parts of Pakistan. So this was our today's lesson, and inshallah in the next lesson we will talk about the rainfall systems, and we will discuss them, how the rainfall occurs in different areas of Pakistan and what are the rainfall systems like monsoon rainfall, western depressions, convectional currents, relief rainfall, and tropical cyclones. We'll talk about that, how they are caused, very especially the causes of the monsoon winds, and then the more specifically we will talk about the causes and effects of those rainfalls on the life of the people living in different areas of Pakistan, and the effect of those winds on the economy of Pakistan. So up till now, this is all over. Thank you so much. Do not forget to subscribe my channel, RU Speaks. Allah Hafiz.